guys, we are back with Reality Wrap, and today we are talking about the Vanderpump Rules premiere.
I only see a storm coming.
We're dishing about the Bachelor, which is in full swing, and we are talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta exit of Kandi Burruss.
You came at me first and I'm letting you know.
All that and so much more in today's Reality Wrap. All right, Shawnee, do you want to kick it off with Kandi or you want to kick it off with The Bachelor?
I think we should start with Kandi because that was big news. I mean, I say it's big news. It was big, not shocking news, really, honestly.
It was big, not shocking. So for those who don't know, unless you've been on the rock, Kandi Burruss has officially left the Real Housewives of Atlanta after 14 seasons. She shared the news the other night. How do you feel about this decision, Shawnee?
You know what I really think? I always tell you what I really think.
Tell me.
I think she was going to go anyway, and she wanted to get ahead of it and be the one to quit instead of getting fired. That's what I really think. Because they've been talking about a Real Housewives of Atlanta shakeup for a while now. Kandi's storyline has been terribly boring for a while now. I really think she wanted to get on top of it and be the quitter and not the fired star.
Mm-hmm. You know what's interesting? So I definitely think Kandi was going to be fired. And also, I love Kandi. But Kandi started boring me from like maybe 8 seasons ago, to be honest.
At least.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? You know,
all 14.
Like, I would say 14.
Let's be real.
But honestly, once Kandi got married and started doing a million other projects, Kandi was just there for the check, okay?
Oh, yeah. And she didn't
what?
care if she had a great storyline or not. And,
Right. And also, I wouldn't be giving up that check either, to be honest. Like, I'm not quitting.
No, and she shouldn't. I mean, Kandi, out of all the housewives in Atlanta, I don't want to like go into all of the housewives, but like in Atlanta, is the most decorated, the most successful. She's the richest.
Yeah.
And for good reason. But that doesn't always make for a good storyline on the show. So, I mean, it's just time to go now. I have heard that she's still going to be doing the Old Lady Gang show.
Yeah.
She'll still be on Bravo. She's not going anywhere. We're just going to get new people for Real Housewives of Atlanta. So
Bravo loves Kandi. So Kandi's not.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what I found interesting? They wanted Kandi to go. They wanted Kandi to make the decision herself, I believe. I don't know why they're scared of Kandi, because I'm listening to Andy Cohen talking about Kandi's exit. And Andy Cohen is telling me that he's excited about the new season. They have some great additions. And I'm like, I thought y'all were on pause. How do you already have great additions a day after Kandi left? Which means they already
the pause is over after she made her announcement, right?
Which means they already had a whole new cast of people already started, but just were, you understand? So they were just, it's like when you're in a relationship and this man has been doing everything and he wants you to break up with him and you refuse to break up with him. And he keeps doing stuff and you keep forgiving him.
Right.
Like,
right.
Man, he wants to be out of this. Just leave him and go.
Doesn't want to actually make the chop himself. Right.
So
totally what's happening.
Yeah, so she left and I'm happy because Kenya, I hear, is coming back and Portia, I hear, is...
I've heard that too. And I mean, the thing is people want to know what Portia's up to and she probably has a lot to tell us.
I think so too. We haven't seen Portia since the love triangle thing. And I think Portia has some good seasons left in her.
She's got some explaining to do.
She's got some, but also,
I hope they hold her feet to the fire like we have not forgot.
They're not holding any feet to the fire and they've all forgotten. People are back to loving Portia. I was so mad because I love me some Portia.
Oh yeah. But like, come on now.
I was so mad. I was like, this is so tacky and weird. But also, you go on Portia's page, no, it's all love. You guys are a beautiful couple. Oh, it was real love. Listen. Nobody's holding her feet to anything. First of all, they're happy Portia is back to save this franchise. So none of them are going to say. And also, I don't think, because it's going to be some new people, the new people are not going to go up against Portia and ask her anything. The only person who would go up against Portia is Kenya. And I don't think that's the theme. I think they're going to try to make them be friends when she comes back. I think they're
maybe like old people versus new people or something.
I think they're going to work the angle of them not being against each other, but together for this for when they come back.
Should be interesting.
It should be. I'm excited. I mean, Atlanta needs to get back to its former glory because Atlanta was.
Yes, I mean, it used to be number one, and now it's just like.
No, we're not gonna go down. We're not going down like that. Okay.
Yeah, agree.
So I'm excited to see what they have in store for us. And that's that for Atlanta. Let's talk about The Bachelor.
The Bachelor's been good. I have to give it to him. Like it's been good every week.
We're on episode 3.
Yes, episode 3. And next week there's a double episode Monday and Tuesday night. So yes, make sure to tune in both nights. Don't miss anything. And of course, more feuding between Sydney and Maria.
By the way, tell me you're Team Maria.
100%.
Okay, because anybody who's Team Sydney
didn't start out liking Maria, but now I'm loving Maria because I see her getting like literally bullied and harassed. And just the other day she got on Instagram and she's just like, now everybody be kind.
I saw that.
Because everybody's Team Maria now and they're taking aim at Sydney. And it got so bad that Ashley Iaconetti apparently has something like knows Sydney or is friends with Sydney and was like defending her, trying to be like, she's not all bad. Like, well, I mean, based on what we've seen, unless they're doing some real editing magic, Sydney's pretty bad.
Sydney's pretty bad. First of all, I hate when people throw around these words like bullying, and
the verbal assault and all that stuff.
And she was exaggerating it. I was watching the show thinking, am I crazy? Because she's saying Joey, and I'm like, wait, what, did I miss something? I felt all the persons who didn't like Maria, Sydney is pushing everybody now to love Maria because that's exactly what's happening.
If she'd have just been quiet and let us stay riding on that outfit that Maria changed into a couple episodes ago,
comfortable outfit,
like that lack of an outfit. I mean, she would have been better off with her mouth shut, but she's just out here gunning like, I want to make sure that Joey finds his true love and it's not Maria.
It is 110% not Maria.
Who are you?
It's also not you, Sydney. But Sydney is not sorry for what she. They say hindsight is 2020, and you reflect. How I feel about people who can't self-reflection. That irks my spirit.
They were talking about it on one of the Bachelor podcasts, basically talking about how Sydney had basically ruined her chances of even winning because the people that go on the show tattling and snitching and being just
they don't normally win.
They don't ever win. They don't make it far at all. I would not be surprised if she goes home next week.
But I'm looking at the preview for next week, and it seems like she didn't. It seems like she's back on Maria's again.
Again.
So I'm already prepared to be upset next week. Like I'm already annoyed, and I feel like I'm glad that I just wonder what Joey is thinking now that he's watching it back.
I mean, at this point, to me, it seems like Sydney knows she's not going to win. She knows Joey's not going to pick her. So she's just being obnoxious to get airtime because this is getting her the most airtime. We're all talking about her. Now she's probably going to do Bachelor in Paradise or, she's going to be around somewhere.
But she's certainly not going to get the Bachelorette. I hope she knows that. That's not happening.
I hope they better not. That would be there's no way.
Maria now.
Everybody wants Maria for Bachelorette or Caitlyn. Or I've seen Leah. They've said Leah. And it's so weird that we're like 3 episodes in and people are already like, this is who I want for Bachelorette. Like, can we see if she makes it past round 4? Like,
I love Maria so much.
I do. I really enjoy her.
First, I thought to myself, Maria is a little much for him, but I love her. She's just being herself. Because I would have lost my mind if I had to. I would be so frustrated knowing that she.
Oh yeah. I'd be like, you think I'm bullying you? Let me show you what bullying looks like.
But also, Shawnee, what angered me to my core. Tell me why everybody is sitting there not defending Maria. Tell me why everybody is sitting there silent, except in their confessionals. They're like, Maria is not a bully. Why aren't you saying this out loud?
Right. But they're probably afraid Sydney will come after them next. But the thing is like I saw an interview with Jesse Palmer, and Jesse literally said, I'm not taking sides in this. So that kind of tells me that maybe there's been some fancy editing or something, because otherwise, why is he not coming out and being like, yeah, Sydney's like really going too far and Maria really didn't do anything wrong or whatever. Something's happening.
But
that
also,
maybe they don't know how it's going to be edited yet or something.
So he doesn't want to say anything yet in case.
Right.
I saw a post that so Sydney has turned off the comments on her post, obviously.
Because she's getting all the hate.
Oh, she's getting it. Also, but also, this is why I still can't like Sydney, because she does not feel sorry for anything that she did. In the video, she's talking about, in this upcoming episode, you're going to see gaslighting at its finest. And she was like going into this gaslighting thing. And I'm like, okay, all right, ma'am. So we're just going to act like.
From who? From you?
And then saying it and then restricting comments so you can't ever reply to be like, ma'am, get a grip.
Right? That's exactly why she did it. She doesn't want to hear us all just like, are you for real?
So I'm just annoyed, and I love Maria and go Maria and Team Maria and all the Maria.
Yes, Team Maria. I think that out of all of this, we're going to be seeing a lot more of Maria, whether it's Bachelor in Paradise, Bachelorette, maybe even just one of the podcasts or something. Like, she's going to be around, I think.
Yeah. Maria has a personality that she's good TV and she doesn't need to do all the tricks. She's just really good TV. So I think, by the way, I didn't know that they allowed contestants from like outside of the US, because I'm just realizing she's from Canada. Does she live?
They've got several girls from Canada this year. Like, there's like 4 or 5.
And that's new.
No, they've had Canada before. Like, if you remember back to Bachelorette, what's his name? Blake Moynes was from Canada. I know that there's more.
Okay.
There's a lot more. Vanessa Grimaldi was from Canada. Ooh. I know there's way more, but off the top of my head, those are like the ones that come to mind.
Also, it's US and Canada, or is it international?
I'm going to say probably US and Canada. I really don't know if there's like a stipulation. Well, you're really getting ready to go get that rose, aren't you?
Oh, Shawnee, you will just be discussing this with somebody else next season.
The Bachelor's first Jamaican.
I'm just like, listen, just going all out, just doing it. Yeah, man. Yeah. Right. So I'm just planning. For the
right.
Ooh, Shawnee, I refuse to read. For those of you who haven't read Shawnee's article with the spoiler, go read it. But I refuse to read it because I feel like I'm going to
the who wins spoiler?
I feel like I want to know, but I don't want to know. Shawnee. No. So anything you
I'm not telling you.
Oh, I want to know so bad.
It's straight out of the Reality Steve archive. It's nothing like mind-blowing.
It's Daisy. It's definitely Daisy then.
I'm not telling you.
Wink if it's Daisy.
Not winking.
It's not Daisy. Like, I want to know several minutes. I'm like, should
I'm not telling you. I can't tell you on here because we will get hate mail.
And also,
if you want to know, Google it.
It makes me not want, like, whenever I know how it's gonna end and I see somebody else that I love, I'm like, oh, I love you so much, but I also already know I'm not gonna no. I'm gonna exercise some self-control and I will wait until the end. Okay.
How hard do you think it is writing it, knowing who wins and like trying to not give it away every time I write something about it?
I know, right? Oh,
I'm careful.
Yeah, I listen and like commenting, and even though you know.
I'm just like literally trying to like get through this.
Did you watch the Vanderpump Rules premiere?
Part of it. It's boring. Not excited.
So boring, Shawnee.
I feel like they're reaching for drama now. Like, who cares?
In the first episode is already boring. Who's sitting down watching these 13? Because you know it's going to be long. You know they're not. It's
right. Well, I mean, the latest even Tom Sandoval wants to throw a birthday party for himself at his own house that he owns. But Ariana's not on board. Well, she's not the only owner of the house. So
I was listening. So at first, when they were saying that Ariana and Tom are still living together, I thought to myself, ma'am, move out of this house. But no, I actually am siding with Ariana on why she hasn't moved out, because it's like, sir, you cheated and I should leave the house, go pay for a hotel while you comfort. And remember, if you're trying to sell this house, it could be like a full year. It could be longer for them to sell and get
right.
So until then, I'm on the street and you're comfortable without having to move.
You know what the fact that they both live in this house tells me, though? Either A, they're really not at odds as much as we think they are, or B, they're broke.
Oh, oh, that's not what I was gonna. Well, Tom is broke because remember, Tom took out another mortgage on the house to fund the restaurant or something like that. So Tom is broke. But you know what I was thinking? The fact that they're still living here together tells me that this was always their life. And they were always living two separate lives, which is why this is normal for them. To me, this is
because otherwise, how do you share a house with somebody like that? I wouldn't want to see you.
Shawnee.
Ever.
It just doesn't.
Not even in the hallway.
Honey, I would be so. This is how they've always been living. They've been living like two separate lives. This is it. No.
I tend to agree. I tend to agree.
I don't think Ariana is broke, but I don't think Ariana is as rich as people think she is.
Right. You know, otherwise, why stay? I mean, at this, I guess she could be staying just out of.
She's staying out of spite.
Your stubbornness.
No, spite. Yeah.
But I mean, the thing is if you do move out and you're the one that moves out, then you basically give up residency there. Like you still own it.
Right.
But you can't just be like, I'm moving back in.
Right. Exactly. They always say, the lawyer always tells you, don't leave. Right. But also, I think so Tom is saying that I wish he would stop doing interviews. It's just, he's saying he tried to buy her out and offered her $3 million and she refused. Here's the thing.
Is the house even worth that much? Does he have that much?
$3 million. Would Tom get $3 million?
There'd be a better chance of her buying him out, I think. But the whole thing is just screwy and weird and it screams of storyline. And I just am not.
Also, she doesn't want him to have the house, though, is what she said. So she doesn't want him to have the house. She wants the house to be sold. I don't know. Because
who cares?
I wouldn't care. But also the thing is, Tom doesn't have the money to buy her out. I think Tom means he would take over the mortgage. I think that's what buying her out means. You don't
more than likely, right?
He keeps saying, "Oh, I offered her $3 million."
Like that's probably how much is still owed on the house, not what he's going to.
So you would just take over the mortgage, and so you would still be comfortably living there while she gets nothing. So I get why she wants to sell it, but also she says she doesn't want him to have the house. She said it. She says, we had a happy life here. This was our life. You want to stay here? Nope. She said she doesn't want him there at all.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Was it a happy life?
A lot of it is kind of like, I would have just moved, especially because she's moved on, has a new man, I would have just be like,
be over it.
I wouldn't be done with it. I'm not doing this to myself, but you know.
Why are they living together anyway? It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. Agreed.
And Lala is like trying to side with Tom, and it's just awkward. And
why? Lala's crazy. She wanted everybody to side with her when she got cheated on, but okay.
And is still inserting herself into this conversation as if it's the same thing. That's what annoys me about Lala. Lala tries to make it seem like, oh, this happened to me. Nothing happened to you because you dated a guy that was already married. So what happened?
Right.
It's not the same thing. And I don't know. All right, we're done. I will be watching one more episode, Sean.
You watch it and you tell me if I should bother. How about that?
So I can tell you right now, you don't have to bother. I can already tell you. But also, the views were great. I saw the numbers and they were like, they pulled in 3 million viewers for the first episode. I was like,
Bachelor doubled that though.
Okay. But
that's the big thing right now is the Bachelor pulled in 6 million viewers in the first week. Double last year's views, 2 million more than the Golden Bachelor, and they were talking about the Golden Bachelor was this amazing comeback.
I didn't know it would top the Golden Bachelor.
Yeah, it topped the Golden Bachelor by a lot.
Is it
People
because
Joey?
He's so Shawnee. This man is the most
Joey.
The cutest man in the world. He's so adorable.
He's cute. Like I said in my little article about it, like Joey makes eye contact and he listens to what you say and he asks good questions and everybody thinks that it makes him like the best man on the planet. Like
bar is low. The
bar is low
to the floor, Shawnee. So
right?
Not even listens. We're like, oh my gosh, she's an angel.
Right. I mean, he's a great guy. I'm not saying he's not. I think he's very, very nice.
Mm-hmm. I do.
But like the fact that he actually listens to you is like everybody's swooning. Like raise your standards for everyone else. Literally everyone else.
Yeah. No, it's like, no, every time he talks to these women and sometimes.
I mean, the way that he does it is like he leans in and he makes eye contact and like
the person
feel like you're the only girl in the world. Right.
So
that's great. I think if I was out on a date with a guy that was looking at me like this though, I would be like, please back off, back away.
The girls are like, oh my gosh, I love it. Yeah, I don't like the up in my face or the in my ear whisper thing. But for the Bachelor, Shawnee, that's why you're there. Okay, that is why you. I love him. I really do. He's adorable. But I like the way he interacts with the women and makes everybody feel special. And I don't think he's putting on an act for the camera. Is what I like as well. If he is,
so it's like Jerry Turner, like Gary Turner, but younger and authentic.
Yes, because Jerry was new to this whole reality. Shawnee, was that shade at Jerry? Okay, I call that shade, ma'am.
It took you a minute.
What?
Listen. He knows how to talk to people. He was a mediator, remember?
And also, he's had more practice. Keep in mind, he's much older.
Decades of it. I mean, he's had more practice dating since his wife died. Like Nick said, he was out there like picking up the next one before his wife's body was cold. Like
he was out there. I was like, whoa, okay.
She'd barely been dead a couple weeks and he was already flirting with the next one. And then talking about like he's not even gonna give it life. He's not even gonna like.
Yeah, because what can you say?
Nothing that he could say about that would make him look better.
Yeah, that was but it didn't even hurt him that much though.
It didn't. It did. Because I immediately, they still had like record viewers for the wedding, which I watched too, and it was great. But if you looked at the turn of the comment section, just like the change of the way like people went from like, oh my gosh, Gary is like the best thing to ever happen to Bachelor Nation to like, all of a sudden people started saying things like, oh, I knew he wasn't all that. I knew it was an act. You know, it definitely changed public perception. But he's still getting all the interviews. He's still making a ton of money. He's still, whatever. And, you know, they're still going on their big honeymoon. They're going to Italy in May, by the way. I thought that they would you know, with as fast as they hurried to go get married.
Yeah, that's a long way to go on a honeymoon. Yeah. So, and they're getting a free honeymoon courtesy of ABC. Okay. Well, then whatever date they pick for you is the date you go.
Right? I just thought that was weird. Like they were in such a hurry to get married as quick as they could. And then we're not in a hurry to plan this trip.
Yeah.
Maybe they're waiting for good weather. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they're waiting.
Or maybe it's out of their hands and ABC had like a thing.
Maybe.
I don't know. Like didn't want to distract from The Bachelor or something. I don't know.
Or I wouldn't be surprised if, isn't that about when The Bachelorette will start airing? And possibly the Golden Bachelorette will start filming.
Oh, there's a Golden Bachelorette?
Well, it's not official, but they sure are casting for it. I've seen the casting calls.
Are you going to do 90 Day Fiancé, the Single Life? Because that
you know, I think that's the best 90 day that's on right now is the Single Life out of the
I'm so sick of all of them now. Yes.
It's overkill. I mean, I like 90 Day Diaries because I like catching up with all the old people and kind of seeing what they're doing, especially if it's somebody that we don't see all the time.
Yeah. But because Mahogany and Ben, what? They're married?
Yeah. Yeah. That was in things I didn't see coming.
You will never, I don't care if these people spend a lifetime together and have 60 kids. I will never believe this is a real relationship. I don't care what anybody, I will never be convinced that this is a real relationship. Decades from now, I will still say, nope, I don't believe it.
It's weird. The best 90 Day show right now is 90 Day The Single Life. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm living for Debbie.
Okay. Debbie is a vibe.
She's a and now she's headed to Miami to meet her new boyfriend or whatever, or
her packing her
interest or whatever.
Yeah.
All I keep seeing is people going like, "This is going to be another Muhammad, like knock it off, or Osama or whatever, like knock it off, Debbie, like knock it off."
Yeah, but
she really needs to date her age and stop lying about her age.
You know what was so funny in the clip? Debbie was because I guess she lied about her age. How old is she? Like 54?
Like 60 something.
Like 60?
65, 64.
So
she lied by like 10 years.
So they showed Debbie, and Debbie was like to the guy, you know, I told you I was 45. I am 65. I'm like, why are you saying it like that? Every time I see that clip, I'm on the floor. It's like, ma'am, okay, chill. Like, she's like, like, I am actually 65. Like, okay, first of all, stop lying until we heard you.
Like, that's not, you're not going to get a relationship out of that. Do not start it with a lie.
But also, we don't think Debbie is 25. So at this point, does it even matter?
Right. Like, did he even believe her? I mean, oh my God.
Like,
She's a mess, but she's so funny.
And she's a gorgeous woman.
She
So
is.
you're going to find men who love you without even knowing what age you are. So you don't need to lie at this.
Right.
So let's get to Tim and Veronica. And since Veronica is still carrying on the charade that she's with Jamal.
Right.
The charade.
And then, of course, you know, the stand down between Jamal and Tim.
Shawnee.
Tim is funny.
Tim.
You
Shawnee.
don't want to be with Veronica.
Their relationship is just too weird for me.
It is weird.
I
I mean,
wouldn't
I
want to
have to
be
say
in
I
that.
like it that they can stay this good of friends and get along and, you know, just be there for each. I think that's very cool.
Yeah.
But like, if
Yes,
she's
it's a
going to
box.
date people that you think are absolutely lame, and we also do, I mean, okay, I don't think Jamal's lame. I don't want to put that out there, but I do think he's too young for her. He's
Yeah.
not right for
They're
her.
not
He's
a
not
good match.
mature enough for her. I
Mhm.
don't think they have a future together, but you have to let her figure that out for herself. Because sometimes when you get to a certain age and a young man gives you attention, you're just going to take it.
Okay.
You're just going to take it, okay?
Just ride it out until it's over.
Just
And
enjoy
when
it.
it ends,
Just
it ends.
enjoy it, Veronica.
Yeah.
But we know he's not the one for you. We know he's not right. Tim, we know he's not right for her. We know.
But the problem is, Shawnee, I need her to act like she knows. Like, let us not pretend like we're doing this serious long-term thing. Let's
I know,
just say, listen, I know I wanted a long-term thing, but for
Right.
now, I'm going to have fun until that person comes along. It's the charade, Shawnee.
It's for the show, though. They have to do that because they're looking for love. They're not
Yeah.
looking for hookup or looking for much younger man for fun time. Like,
Also, one thing I did not like, I thought Jamal went very low when he brought Chloe into the mix. That's Veronica's
Mhm.
daughter.
right.
And what really upset me is, why is Veronica talking to him about
Shouldn't be.
Jamal said, "Oh, you're not as great to Chloe as you're pretending to be," which means Veronica told him something to that effect.
And that's where you get punched.
Right?
Not that I
No,
condone
right.
violence, but like, do not
Yes.
step out of your place like that.
That is where it's like, and also, why is Veronica saying those things to him? Yeah, this is not
Right.
your husband. This is your little young boyfriend.
Right.
Why are you saying that about your best friend? Even if you feel like there's things he didn't do for Chloe, or that's a conversation you have with him. Why are you having this conversation with this guy who already doesn't like him?
Right.
Giving him
right.
like ammunition against him. And then Jamal showed how immature he is, because don't bring that up then. That is just a
Right.
low blow.
Yeah,
And
leave the kid
just-
out.
Yeah, it's just
Rude.
yeah. So
He's lucky that Tim is not a violent man.
Johnny, did you I saw a clip of them on a double date. It is the most awkward thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And
awkward.
by the way, for the love of me, I do not know how Tim keeps bagging these gorgeous gals. I do not
Luisa
know.
is gorgeous. I mean, he's smooth.
Getting
You know?
these women.
And you know what I think that it really is, you know, Tim's got a style about him, and he's got like a kind of a little bit of a swagger, and he's so chill. And I think it's because he's just really a nice guy.
I think it's because he ignores them. You know, like when you're out and everybody's like, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful," and then the one guy who's not paying any attention, suddenly you're intrigued. I think that's Tim.
Maybe.
He's
I
not
don't
go gaga and acting like you're the most beautiful woman. And
Yeah, he
he's
definitely
not.
doesn't. He's very cool about it. Yeah.
And also, this poor girl was sitting there like, he doesn't kiss me. He doesn't want to kiss me. And Veronica is like to Tim, "When are you gonna kiss her?" And Tim is like, when I feel like it. It's gotta be the right.
He told her, he warned her though. He told her he moves slow, and he meant that.
I think she didn't really understand what he meant.
He meant slow, okay?
He meant slow.
He meant,
Which is just
I mean, that's respectable. I think that what it is in this, like, especially in this day and age, and I'm learning in this like era of dating or whatever, that people's idea of slow is like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, no. It's like first day we have to kiss.
It's
I will say though, I don't know if it's respectable anymore if the person is saying, "This is where I am, and I want
Right.
this is where I want to take the relationship here." No, you understand? We need
Right,
to
right.
both be on it. So how long are we not kissing? Because then
Right,
it seems like she's feeling insecure now. Like, what's going on? Why you know?
Right.
And so
Yeah, she probably feels like he doesn't like her.
and if you don't, then let's move on. But if you do, and I'm saying it can't be that you're being respectful to me because I'm telling you I'm comfortable with this.
Right. She's over here like, please kiss me. And he's like, nah.
I beg you, kiss me.
Right.
You know, so I don't, but Tim and these women, listen. Somebody, I was reading the comments and people are like, how does Tim keep getting these gorgeous gals? And I'm like, just the curvy ones and the big boobs and I'm like, okay, and he has a type. As you,
He knows he has a type.
if you don't speak Spanish, he don't want you.
Can you blame him?
Listen, no bueno if you only speak English. Must speak Espanol. Listen,
Yeah.
Tim is a hood. Tim is, yeah, the single life is giving me life. I will say that.
I love it. I love it. It's way better than what's going on the actual 90 Day Fiancé season right now, where they're all getting ready to get married, but still hate each other or whatever is happening. Like,
Because why are we seeing that this is not going to work and I'm still marrying you knowing next month it's going to be over? Why are people so afraid to just call off their charade of a wedding and be like,
right.
Is it because of the cameras and the TV? Because I feel like that has something to do with it.
Probably.
Why they're just like, oh, all these cameras are here, all these people are here. We came all the way for this. You know,
I mean, at this point, if they don't get married, they go home. So,
and then
could
you're back.
be that, you know, like if they don't get married.
Like you came all this way, packed up and left your life for this. And if this doesn't happen, then what are we doing? But what I would be doing is packing my little stuff in my little suitcase and pedaling myself back to Jamaica.
Especially if I was living in Clayton's house with his mama and his hamsters and guinea pigs and his dogs.
Going back. Yeah, I'm fine getting out of there.
You're so cute.
Right?
Going back to my own room.
Right?
Like, sorry. I don't know. But do you think they're all gonna tie the knot? Do you think they're all gonna get married? You don't think any of them?
And I haven't seen spoilers on this, so I don't know.
Yeah, I do. I think
that I mean, I don't even know what to think of Jasmine and Gino at this point.
Listen, ma'am, you know Jasmine is getting married, okay?
Oh yeah, but how long is she gonna stick around for this? Because
the paperwork
they play it really good.
Jasmine is now a reality TV queen. She knows what she's doing. She's a producer, she's a writer, she's an actress.
Right.
This is her world now. And we are just
how do we know she didn't plant that lip gloss?
We don't know.
You're a shitter. No, I'm not.
Shawnee, we don't know nothing at this point when it comes to Jasmine, okay? It's her world. Us and Gino are just living in it until she decides we're out.
Yeah, I'm dropping you off.
I know that everybody hates Rob. However, I know like Rob.
I feel like he means well. He's just, I mean, they're not really giving them the benefit of the doubt. Like, do you know how much it costs to live in Southern California?
But he explained, Shawnee, he said that before when he was in an apartment before and then he had to move out quickly and a lot of the apartments wouldn't take him with his dog. And so he said he had like a month or like a couple weeks to find a new place. And so he moved into that place because it's the only place he could get. I think it was during COVID period as well.
That sounds about right. I mean, that sounds about right.
I see him doing these lives and these things and I'm getting a different perspective on what happened. And I know he's getting the villain edit, but I just think he's a nice guy and just fall on bad times during COVID. Yeah, and his life was nice before. He said during COVID he lost his job. She said he had 2 jobs. He's never been lazy. I just think he's getting a bad edit and also he follows me on TikTok. So I have to be nice to him.
He's followed you, huh? That's nice.
But no, I have to.
He didn't follow me.
So you don't have to be nice. You see a different side of these people and I just feel like, all right.
Right.
He's not.
I mean, honestly, I like both of them a lot.
I do too.
They're both. I don't think either of them is in it for any nefarious reason.
I think they genuinely like each other.
They're just young.
They love each other. They're just young and in love.